My uncle has truly done something magnificent. On and off of the battlegrounds, fighting in the war. It's really magnificent what he's done, and we're just gonna go into his life and see, learn about his story, post-war, and just how he feels about the whole situation. So here we are with Chris Suing. Gonna ask him a couple questions about how he overcame adversity and things like that. So, Chris, what war were you in?
Actually, I was in the Vietnam War. It wasn't really called a war. It was called a police action, but yes, I went into the Army in July of 1969.
Okay, how did you feel about getting drafted into the war?
Well, at that time, there were a lot of people going to Vietnam, and there were a lot of people against the war, but I was kind of curious to see what was really going on. I wasn't really pro-war or anti-war, but I thought, since I was being drafted anyway, I would go and find out what's going on. Check it out.
So, would you say you were excited to go into the war?
Well, you're excited until you actually have to go, and then you get scared.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was excited.
Did your mom and other loved ones want you to go?
Actually, they were very supportive, but they clearly did not want me to go. It was a little tough on my mom. My dad was deceased at the time. And my sister, it was tough, but I was a young guy and I was ready to go.
Were you scared about going, or did you just accept the fact that you were going and you were going to deal with it?
A very good question. When you train a lot for this kind of thing. I trained for almost 9 months for all the things to get ready for the war. So you feel pretty confident, and you're pretty excited, and you're pretty thinking you're going to make a difference. And then you get on the plane, and the plane's getting ready to land, and it gets a little scary. So the answer is, yeah.
Can you tell me a quick story about how you got to the war?
That's a really good story, actually. We flew out of Oakland, California, on United Airlines. Well, it wasn't direct flight, it was a flight to Japan. It was a very long flight, I don't really remember, but we saw day in the sunrise 3 or 4 times. And it was a crowded plane with all soldiers and a little scary.
So, did you just, once you got there, did you just make the best of it?
Yeah, I think you almost had to. You were in the same boat as everybody else, the guys you went with. Now, the guys that were there a while, once you're there a while, you're kind of a different person, you get used to stuff. But you're with all new guys, and everybody's kind of scared, and everybody, they had a lot of training, but you're still a little scared. But yeah, you're right, you make the best of it. That's a very good way to put it.
Alright, once you were able to leave, were you excited?
Great story there again. There's a lot of good stories there. When you leave, you kind of wait around until a plane comes in that you can get on. You get on the plane, and so there's 300 guys on this plane ready to fly home. And you fly home, and as you know, a plane goes down the runway. As soon as the wheels lifted off the ground, everybody started clapping. That was very cool. So yes, I was very excited.
How long were you there?
I was there a year. I was about.
Alright, well, thank you, Chris. Thanks for the story. I'm glad you were able to overcome all this with your mom and everything. So, thank you. I'll talk to you later.
You bet. Thanks, man.
So there you have the story of Chris Suing. So I just want to get a quick wrap up. Thanks to Chris, obviously, for just doing this whole thing, and to his wife, Mary, for arranging this. And thank you, Mr. Bell, for allowing me to do this project and use this magnificent program. So thank you, and thanks for the semester, and I hope to see you next year.